Hey to my friends out there at Christ Community Church on Long Island. My name's Casey. I'm the pastor at Faith Community Church in Wyckoff, New Jersey. And your pastor, a good friend of mine, James, asked me to do one of these devotional videos for you guys. And so that's why I wanted to share some good news from the gospel. This past summer, my family was out in California. That's where my wife is from. My in-laws live there. And so once a year, we make a trek out to Southern California. And usually one of the days that we're out there, we head to the beach. So southern, sunny California on the beach. We bring all the beach toys with us. You know how it is. You've done this before too, right? And I've got 3 boys. At the time, they were 10, 8, and 6. And we set up shop on the beach and we start building stuff. And we build sandcastles. And because there's maybe some genetic thing for Dutch people, we start building our sandcastle right close to where the waves are and start building dikes to protect our castles from the incoming and encroaching waves. But of course, we learn pretty quickly, and we're giggling and laughing. This is a losing battle against the waves that are coming in. When you try to build a sandcastle and the tide is coming in, it's not going to last very long, right? And there's this parable that Jesus gives, and it's one that you know. But in times like this, it's good to go back to the hits. It's good to go back to the scriptures that we know that give us encouragement. In the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, right? So at the end of his Sermon on the Mount, including the Beatitudes, including telling us what it means to be a follower of him, Jesus says to all the people who were there, and says words to us, and says, anyone who hears these words of mine and puts them into practice is like a wise man who built his house on the rock. The rain came down, the streams rose, and the winds blew and beat against the house, yet it did not fall. Right? And he says, but everyone who hears these words of mine and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man who built a house on the sand. The rain came down and the floods came up. Maybe you know the song. And the winds blew and beat against the house, and it fell with a great crash. Brothers and sisters in Christ, the rains are coming down and the storm is getting stronger. And instead of streams rising, the number of confirmed cases is going up. And there are a lot of reasons to be fearful. And there are a lot of things that people are losing. Life is turned upside down right now. People are losing jobs. People are losing health. People have lost retirement packages. Things are scary, but you, good people of God, who have followed him faithfully, you have built your life. You have built it on a foundation of stone of Christ. He is not going to abandon us now. Be assured that you have built your life on Christ. You'll stand through this storm too. Now, as Christ has called us to, take a look around at those that are really struggling at a time like this and reach out the hand of God's good help to them. Our God is a good and faithful God. Christ came to teach us, to die for us, to rise again for us. This foundation is an eternal one, and it will not be shaken. That's good news for us at this day and in this time. So I pray that you're blessed, even in the midst of these uncertainties, even in the midst of this storm, that you would be encouraged. On a side note, I know your love for your pastor, and he speaks often of his love for you. And at times like these, that goes a long way. Love one another, care for one another, as you continue to build, even in the midst of a storm, on this foundation of Jesus Christ. Be at peace. I look forward to seeing you again sometime soon in the future. Blessings to you all.